Right, ma'am. Good morning to one and all. So, in the last session, we'll discuss about symmetric key cryptography, how the confidentiality using the symmetric key encryption can be done, what are the points of vulnerability, and also we discussed in the previous class how should provide the confidentiality using symmetric encryption process. That is the two major placement alternatives are link encryption and end-to-end encryption. I'll show in the last session diagrammatically end-to-end encryption devices and link encryption devices. That is encryption across a packet switching network that's diagrammatically shown. And also in the last session, we'll discuss about traffic analysis, and encryption coverage implementations of storage and forward communications using OSI reference model. That is, in the last session we are discussed. That is, in the link encryption, it occurs level 1 and level 2 in the OSI reference model. End to end can occur level 3, layer 4, layer 6, and 7, right? And also, what are the key protection points are there? The key protection points are confidentiality, integrity, authentication, and availability, right? Now, there are different usage of keys are there. To protect the data, we are using the keys. We are using the keys. That is to protect the data, that is in cryptographic protection purpose, use the different keys we are using. The different keys are session keys. Session keys is nothing but only for that session that key is valid. After end of the session, that session key is not valid. That session key is not valid. So the two parties in the network can be communicated with the duration of time, then it use the session keys. Then it use the session keys for cryptographic protection purpose. And non-cryptographic protection purpose, the master keys are used to communicate any parties in the network, any systems in the network. They may use non-cryptographic protection. They may use the master keys, right? That is a permanent for communication from one device to another device. These are the two keys. One is a session key, second one is a master keys are used. These are the use of a key hierarchy, session keys and the master keys. Master keys. Is there any need to renewal the keys with a specific period of time? Yes, the keys should be renewed. Keys should be renewal. Why? Because the to protect from unauthorized persons, the keys should be renewal. Keys should be renewal. That is a key renewal concept we are discussing. Key renewal concepts we are discussing. Right? The key should be renewal. That is nothing but we are discussing the symmetric key. Symmetric key. How many types of keys in cryptography? There are two types of cryptographic keys are there. One is a symmetric key, second one is a asymmetric key. In symmetric key, the same key is used for encryption and decryption purpose. Encryption and decryption purpose. Whereas in public key cryptography or asymmetric key cryptography, the two keys are used. One key is used for encryption purpose and the other key is used for decryption purpose. Decryption purpose. So now In the last session and today's session, we'll discuss how to provide the security in the conventional conventional or the symmetric key cryptography or the single key cryptography. So in the previous session we are discussing in the key management how the keys are to be distributed. That's in the key management system public key cryptography we are discussing. Now we are discussing the conventional crypto system. The key should be renewed. Key should be renewal. More available ciphertext may facilitate certain attack. To avoid the attacks, we have to renewal the keys. We have to renewal the keys. How often it depends on the cryptographic algorithms. It can be depends on amount of encrypted data. It depends on that what type of algorithm we are applying, but depends on time also. That's why if we are using DES algorithm, it will take the long time. For that, they may use the another cryptographic algorithms. Another cryptographic algorithm. To break the DES algorithm, it will take more time also. Right? Depends on the situation, what cryptographic algorithms are applied, what cryptographic algorithms are suitable, that cryptographic algorithms are applied, right? So one point is the keys should be renewal. Key should be renewal. And also regular key renewal can reduce the damage in case of key compromise, right? And also what type of protocols they are used, what type of protocols they are used for key renewal. There are the protocols which are using SSL, secure socket layer, TLS, transport layer security protocol, transport layer security. These are the protocols are used. These are the protocols are used. Secure socket layer, transport layer security. These protocols are used for key renewals. Key renewals, right? Now we'll see that what is the key life cycle. Key life cycle. Here the generation key generation process. It requires a secure random source. So after the key generation, the keys must be distributed to other party or the other system to communicate with other person. To communicate with other person. In meantime, the key storage and usage can be done. Key storage and usage can be done after the key generation, the key distribution. Up to that, this is the life cycle. After completion of key distribution, they may use the another key to communicate the another session. This is the key life cycle process. Key distribution. After that, key storage and usage, and then the keys can be distributed. What party or what client we have to communicate that. For that person we have to distribute the keys. It may be the session key means only for that session the key is valid. After completion of the session, the key should not be valid. That is the keys must be protected during the generation time to key generation to key distribution time. This is key life cycle process. Now, we'll see that the key distribution concept. That is how to exchange the keys between two parties. How to exchange the keys between two parties. Here, the keys are used for conventional encryption. Conventional encryption means the same key which are used for encryption and the decryption purpose, right? If we are exchanging the keys frequently, that is frequent key exchanges are desirable. Frequent key exchanges are desirable. And the strength of cryptographic system resides with the key distribution mechanisms. Based on the based on the cryptographic system reset, that is nothing but keys can be continuously changing, then the security will be more. Security is more, right? The strength of cryptographic system, it resets with key distribution mechanisms. Based on that mechanism, sir, how to distribute the keys between the two parties A and the B. A and the B. How the keys should be distributed. The two parties we are consider A and B can have the various key distribution, the different ways which are represented. The different ways are, one is the A, the party or the system A can select key and physically deliver to other participant B. Other participant B. A can select the key and physical deliver to the another participant B. This is one way to distribute the key. One way to distribute the key. And the another way is third party. Third party can select the key and deliver that key to both the parties A and B. To both the parties A and B. That is the second way to distribute the keys. To distribute the keys. Right? So see that here the party A can select the key and physically deliver to other party B, then both of them can be communicated. This is one way to distribute the keys. A can select the key and physically deliver to the another party B. And the second way is third party can select the key and deliver the key to both the parties A and B. Both the parties A and B. Then these two parties can be communicated by using the key. By using the key. Right? Next. The another way is if A and B have communicated previously, whatever they are communicated in previously can use previous key to encrypt the new key in the next time we are communicated by using that key, both of them can be communicated, right? That is, if A and B have communicated previously, they can use the previous key to encrypt the new key. To encrypt the new key means the next time onwards we are using the new session key to communicate with you and me, right? So this is the another way to distribute the keys. And the another way to distribute the keys are, if A and B have secure communications with a third party C, with a third party C, and the third party C can reply key between A and B, between A and B, right? So this is another way to distribute the keys, right? Here, if A and B have secure communication with a third party C, the C can deliver the key between A and B. This is another way to distribute the key. So here the third party can select the key and deliver that key to communicate the two parties. To communicate two parties. Here AB can have secure communications with a third party C. That third party C can deliver the key between two parties A and B. These are the ways to distribute the keys. Two parties A and B can have the various key distributions. These are the various distributions are, these are the four ways to distribute the keys. These are the four ways to distribute the keys. Now, we'll see the diagram, the key distribution scenario used key distribution center. It's abbreviated as KDC, Key Distribution Center. Here, the initiator, sender, responder, receiver. I am represented as B. Initiator is A. The responder is B. Right? Key distribution center, KDC. Those who provide this key distribution center provides the keys to communicate between two parties. Between two parties. Here the initiator request the KDC, key distribution center. What he request concatenated with nonce. Nonce is nothing but it includes identities of communicating parties and unique values. That includes in nonce. That includes in nonce. So the initiator request to the KDC request concatenated with nonce identifications and also some unique things, right? After that, the KDC, key distribution center, will send the session key to the initiator. Session key to the initiator. I'll observe that KS. KS is nothing but session key. So by using what key, it should be encrypted. Key distribution center encrypt the data by using this initiator key. That's why EKA. 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 So here encrypted data is session key concatenated with the initiator request, concatenated with nonce, concatenated with encrypted by using responder key. On that, it include session key identification of A. These data should be encrypted by using the initiator key. Who will send? Who will send? Key distribution center. After receiving the initiator will send to the responder. Which one is sended? This one. This one is sent. Here on the encrypted message, what it includes? Session key KS concatenated with identification of E. Identifications of E. Right? These three steps, it includes key distributions steps. Key distribution steps. After receiving the responder from the initiator A, from the initiator A, the responder reply to the initiator, the based on that session key encrypted, the new nonce. Why we are using the nonce? Why they are using the nonce? Nonce includes identities of communicating parties, and the unique value, so that the nonce are used. The parties, both the parties can use the nonce. Nonce includes identities of communicating parties and a unique value. So after receiving from the initiator, the responder will send the encrypted based on the session key. The nonce can transmit from responder to initiator. After receiving the initiator, he will send the nonce. Yes, I can receive your identifications, your uniqueness. It can be encrypted by using that session key. So those steps, third step, fourth step, and the fifth step, those should be provided authentication steps. Authentication steps. This is diagram can represent key distribution scenario. Key distribution scenarios are represented. So these explanations can be represented here. So whatever I am explaining this diagram, those diagrammatical steps are there. Here, A issues a request to the KDC, key distribution center, for the session key. Here, nonce is also sent. Who will send that nonce? From initiator to the key distribution center. So what is the meaning of nonce? Nonce include identities of communicating parties and a unique value. So after that, what is the second step? Key distribution center will send the response to the initiator. Means the session key can be sent. That is, KDC sends a response encrypted with A's secret key. A's secret key. So what it includes? What it includes? Session key, request, concatenated with nonce, concatenated with encrypted by the responder key. It includes session key and identification of keys. So those matter can be included here. It includes one-time session key, that's a KS, original requested message, including nonce, means I am representing the diagram, request concatenated with nonce, right? Message also includes session key, identification of A, encrypted with KB intended for the receiver B. Receiver B. So whatever the diagram I am representing, that diagrammatical representation, these slides can be represented. What is the third step? A stores the session key and forward that session key information to the receiver, means to the party B. So how it should be sent from initiator to receiver? It should be encrypted by using his key, by using the receiver key. On that, what it includes? Session key and identification of the A. After that, the receiver will send a nonce to A encrypted based on the session key. That's included. That's included in the fourth step. What is the fifth step? What is the fifth step? A respond by performing some function on nonce like incrementing. Right? Here, these are the five steps in the key distribution scenario. Here, the last two steps assure B that the message it received was not a reply. Not a reply. We'll see that. We'll see that last two steps. Last two steps. Right? This is about key distribution scenario. Key distribution scenario. Next, what are the key distribution entities are there? Key distribution entities are two things: key distribution center, KDC. Second one is front end processor. Front end processor. What it provides? The key distribution center. Key distribution center provides one time session key to valid users for encryption. For encryption, the key distribution center provides a session keys to the valid users only. How it should be provide the session keys? With encrypted format. With encrypted format. Next, what is the another entity in the key distribution process? Key distribution front end processor. Here, the front end processor carries out the end to end encryption. End to end encryption. Already I am saying that in the last class, what is the link encryption, what is end to end encryption. Here, front end processor, it obtains the session key from the key distribution center on behalf of its host. On behalf of the host, right? So in the key distribution center, what are the entities are there, ma? The two entities, one is key distribution center, second one is front end processor. The key distribution center, it should provide a one time session key to valid users. It should be sent it with encrypted format. With encrypted format. In the front end processor, it carries out the end to end encryption process and it obtains the session key from the KDC on behalf of its host. Right? So this is the key distribution entities. Key distribution entities. Now, this is, you will see that the key distribution for symmetric keys. So already I told you what is the symmetric key. Symmetric key means the same key which are used for encryption and decryption purpose. So the key distribution for symmetric keys by a central server. By a central server. Here, a fixed number of distributions. Fixed number of distributions, right? So however, they may use the security protocol, security purpose, they may use secure socket layer, transport layer security protocols are used, right? So this is about key distribution for the symmetric keys can be represented. Symmetric keys can be represented. Now, one thing I am representing this diagram. So how the automatic key distribution for connection oriented protocols can be done in case of the TCP. How the key distribution for connection oriented protocol. Let's see that. So actually the host, from this host to from this host, it should be communicated. It should be communicated. So how the key distribution can be done in connection oriented protocol. Here, host send a packet requesting connection. This is the first step. So I'll tell you what are the entities in key distribution. What are the entities in key distribution? One is key distribution center. Second one is front end processor. Key distribution center, it should provide one time session key to valid users in the encrypted format. That session key should be provided in encrypted manner. In front end processor, it carries out the end to end encryption. End to end encryption. Right. Now I'll see that. Now I'll see that. Here, this host to this host should be communicated. How the automatic key distribution for connection oriented protocol. Here the first step is host send packet requesting connection to FAP, front end processor. This FAP will send front end buffer packets. That is, these front end buffer packets ask the KDC for session key. For session key, what is the nearest FAP is there? For that, it will send the request. These are the points I am representing. First point is host send packet requesting connection. Host will send the packet requesting connection. The second step is front end buffers packet, and it may ask the KDC, key distribution center, for the session key. For the session key. Then the third step is this key distribution center distribute the session key to both front ends. To both front ends. This front end, this front end. Both the front ends should be send the session key. Next, what the next step? Buffered packet transmitted that session key to the FEP, front end processor. With this front end processor, it will reach the session key to the remaining host. Right here, what is FEP? Front end processor. Front end processor. What is KDC? Key distribution center. So what it provides, the KDC, key distribution center? Key distribution center provides one time session key to a valid users. That session key should be provided in encrypted format. Encrypted format. So what is the functionality of front end processor? It carries out the end to end encryption. End to end encryption should be provided, the front end processor, right? So this is diagrammatically represent automatic key distribution for connection oriented protocol. So what are the steps are there? These are the four steps. So already this I am represent those four steps in diagram. First step, second step, third, fourth steps, right? This is about automatic key distribution for connection oriented protocol. Connection oriented protocol, right? Right. This is about the symmetric key. This is the concept of decentralized key controlling process. We'll see this one, right? So this is about the concept of the key distribution process in case of symmetric key. In case of the symmetric or the conventional key cryptography. Conventional key cryptography, right? So up to now the key distribution concepts, that is in symmetric key cryptography and also public key cryptography, are completed, right? So now let's see that any queries regarding this concept, regarding these concepts, raise your hands. Any queries? How many participants have to understand? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. How many participants? How many students are understand? Any queries regarding this? Uh, Divya Jyoti. Divya Jyoti.
Sir.
Any query ma regarding this?
No, sir.
Okay. What is the symmetric key ma? What is symmetric key and what is the asymmetric key?
Symmetric key is an secret key, sir,
Okay.
which helps to provide secure distribution.
That's nothing but the symmetric key is nothing but which is used for conventional encryption process. Here, both the sender side, both encryption and decryption purpose, the same key which are used. Same key is used for encryption and decryption purpose, right? So today class I am discussing how to distribute that conventional encryption keys. Means the how the session keys can be distributed. That's I am representing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And Yugandhar. Yugandhar Raju. Unmute ma. Yugandhar Raju. Any query regarding this?
No, sir.
Today class, what you are understand, ma? What is public key cryptography, ma? The last previous sessions we discussed public key cryptography. Public key cryptography. Yugandhar, audible? My voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
What is public key cryptography, ma?
Pairs of keys, sir.
Pair of keys. How many key, that is, what are the pair of keys?
Widely and privately.
Public and private.
Okay.
Public and private. These are the pair of keys for each participant. Okay. Next. Ramakrishna, unmute. Ramakrishna, 38. Ma, unmute. Ramakrishna. Not there. Santosh. Santosh, 32. Azim, huh? Azim, number 14. Ellie. Unmute yourself. Right. Right, ma? Any queries regarding this? Right, ma? Today I'll end the session because of our college campus. The power problem is there, right? Okay. Almost all my battery is also very low. Okay, ma. Thank you. I'll end the session.